Hi guys, this is Christina with Heartacre Homestead. I wanted to give an update of the gardens. We have had the worst luck with videos this month. Not having enough memory, the phone crashing, sickness, loss of pets, bad weather, just too much on our schedule. And so I just was not able to get my videos out like I wanted to. And so anyway, I wanted to come and bring you guys out on the tour now because we are starting to hit hail season, and I am scared to death I'm not going to have a video record of the gardens should the hail come and take my plants out. We're at the point now where it is getting super hard to cover them when we get the hail because everything has gotten so big now. And so I definitely want to try and have a recording of it so that I can go back and say, see, we did have something before the weather ruined it again. So here's the little herb pot. Most of it has gone to seed now, or the butterflies have come and eaten it. And so I wanted this to kind of just continue seeding in here. I did buy some more that I took inside so that we could use for cooking inside. But these guys I'm just letting do their thing in the pot here. It smells good. I love walking by and being able to just smell everything. And so here's the violas and the cilantro, which flowered. Which I don't know if you've ever seen cilantro flowers. They're beautiful. So just so pretty. Okay, and so Caterpillar Army, here is the update. We have lost, of the 10, all but 2. One is in there chomping around, and one is in its chrysalis. And I think you can see it right back there. So as long as he doesn't die inside of there, sorry, UPS truck. As long as he doesn't die inside the chrysalis, we will have a butterfly. Here's the other one that is still just chilling and eating. The ones that I bought from Home Depot, Lowe's, I can't remember where I grabbed them. They hadn't been marked down, had, oh, he's cute. The oldest is out here chasing grasshoppers like she did when she was a little tiny thing. The plants that I got at Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever it was, they were marked down to use inside, actually had a caterpillar hatch, and he has been eating on the plants inside. I am letting him do his thing. It's kind of funny when I walk by and I tell the kids they have to clean up the caterpillar poop because he's leaving it on the countertop. The other thing that we've definitely had to try and keep our eye on is when we go to use the plants for cooking and stuff, that we don't grab the one that the caterpillar is on. So that's been kind of fun, and he's been dubbed George too. And so we, no, don't eat George, every time we walk by and grab a piece of basil next to it, or the parsley that he's on. So anyway, so here's the front garden bed, flower bed. These are those plants that I was telling you about in one of the other videos that draws the hummingbird moths and the butterflies and the bees. Neighbor cat is playing over there, probably also chasing grasshoppers, but he's probably eating them. But anyway, these have opened up, they're flowering. But I have not seen many hummingbird moths, which is funny because my mom has found several hornworms in her garden, and I haven't found any yet. And so just really interesting. Anyway, if any of you know what this plant is, I would love the heads up, because I don't know what it is. I planted these other plants at the end to also bring pollinators. So the bee balm, which is here, here, and there, and then lemon balm is at the other end. The kids and I were out here just trying the leaves and tasting them. Bee balm has a menthol medical scent to it, and very spicy. We looked it up to see if it was edible. I thought it was just an aromatic, and it says it is, but it doesn't taste good, so yuck. The lemon balm is really good. The foxgloves here I don't think made it. They were kind of on their way out when I bought them. I paid $2 for them, and I thought that they would make it and send new leaves up and stuff, but it doesn't appear so. So I'll have to come and pull those guys. Okay, walking by an air conditioner, sorry. Okay, so here's the rhubarb. Turn so you can see it. I'm trying to stay in the shade so that I can see what I'm talking to you guys about, but it is actually doing really well. It's getting big. It is growing past the railroad ties finally. Which is just awesome. So now I know I have to definitely pull the flower stalks immediately, and I do need to fertilize them. And so that's been great. All right, so up here yesterday, the kids came out and they harvested a huge strainer full of gooseberries, and we still have probably another whole one left. This one has the pinkish purplish berries on it, and it's very sweet, whereas the one at the other end has almost black berries. And so I don't know if that's nutrient difference or if they're different types of gooseberries. I don't know, but definitely taste difference with them and everything else. So that's been fun. So we're hoping to make a jelly or jam out of them, kind of like we did with the rhubarb, but a much bigger one. So alright, so in here I've got my rosemary, which is coming up here, and I've got my lavender here, and I had pulled some of this already to start drying in the house, and I hope to come out here another couple weeks or so, or before it gets cold, and harvest some more so that I have some of my own herbs that I've grown inside. So, alright, so here's the view of the front garden. Next year I hope to enrich the soil here and get a lot more things planted in here and moved around a little bit better so that it's not so cramped. This was originally how big the flower bed was before, and then I added this part. I may still end up cutting down the grass a little bit more. I don't like grass. I hate paying resources, money to keep alive something that doesn't feed my family or bring me great joy. And so we'll see what next year brings. But all right, so this guy here, yesterday I came out and I worked on him. He has powdery mildew. All three of these squashes out here do. And so I put it inside of this tomato cage that my God Pop gave me to try and just get more airflow going around through it. I sprayed them down with hydrogen peroxide to see if it can help just get some more oxygen and nutrients down into the soil. I do have, a baby butternut. If you guys can see that, it is growing, and so it just might need more fertilized vitamins and stuff out here. But I don't know if you can see those white spots that are on this. Definitely battling it. So Mom and I have been researching, watching videos. She too has the powdery mildew on her plants. And so we're going to try doing the neem oil to see if it will just smother it so that the plant can get healthy and just start doing better. I've got corn coming up between the squashes. These guys are a variety that matures in 65 days. And so they're doing pretty good already. They've been here, it was the week after the 4th of July I planted them. The lilies are just beautiful. They've gotten humongous, so that's cool. This one here is the acorn squash, and this one is the least thick of the three plants, but I don't know can you see that one? I've got one there, and then I've got these two right here. So cute. And so this plant is definitely doing much better than the others. It does still have spots on it. And I don't know if the yellow spots are the precursors to the powdery mildew or if that's calcium deficiency. So I'll have to start researching that a little bit more. But this one's definitely the healthiest of the three. Okay. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the poppy my mom got me this year. It was solid green when I planted her. And she's still pushing buds out. She's still got buds coming out. And I clipped her all the way back. And now the leaves are coming back variegated. Just thought that was interesting. Light yellow, dark green. Hopefully that's just happiness and not sickness. This section out here, fertilizers and everything from the grass runs off into it, so I know they're getting fertilized. But just kind of neat to see that it started off green and now it's yellow and green. Marigolds are getting big. My dark fennel is about to flower. I am going to plant a ton of fennel next year. I love the way these plants smell. I love that it draws the caterpillars. In our research, we did see that trying to grab the caterpillars and raise them through their stages is kind of a hit or miss kind of thing. We brought them back outside because I didn't know if the lack of natural sunlight had anything to do with them dying. Or what happened with them, but the caterpillar army is definitely no longer an army, so we are leaving the rest out here to do their own thing because I don't want to be responsible for any more deaths. So, all right, so this little guy right here, this one is the spaghetti squash. This was the sickest of the three, and I kind of think that this might have been the one that got the other two sick, but I don't know. I clipped this one all the way back, and I'm just going to stay on top of fertilizing and spraying with the neem, and then, a few days later coming back out with the hydrogen peroxide to see if I can kill this stupid powdery mildew. Never had issues with powdery mildew before, ever, in all the years that I've gardened, so kind of interesting that this is the year and both my mom and I are struggling with it. Alright, so here's the baby gooseberry, and this is the one that has the dark, almost black berries on it, and they're bitter. Yeah, this one's so dark compared to the other tree. I'm going to try one of these ones again today and see if it still tastes. Oh no, it actually did sweeten up. Huh, interesting. Definitely a different flavor than the other one though. Huh. Alright, morning glories are almost closed up for the day. Wanted to try and get out here earlier and catch them when they were all open, but there's some of the beauty still hiding down there before it gets hot. Definitely very voracious little plants. Alrighty, so this is the side garden here. The sunflowers have gotten massive. Everything has gotten massive. I don't know if you can see the bees. This is why I love this plant so much, because it is covered with bees. I just love watching them get in here. And everywhere you look, there's bees. Someday I want to have my own hive. It is just, I find them absolutely fascinating. I don't even know that I'd want it for the honey. I just want it for the bees. But yeah, it's just neat to see them all just flitting through there. Alright, so here's the pepper, the first pepper. I'm pretty sure this one is a gypsy pepper. I don't know if you guys can see the peppers in there or not. It's gotten tall. In spite of being kind of crowded, it's still doing really well. There's lots of flowers, and there's 4 peppers at the bottom. This one back here is the biggest. Yesterday I had this video completely done, and in editing I lost it, so I had to come out here and trying to remember everything I talked about and recreate it again. I think I tried to put too much in the one tour, so I will definitely break it into the front yard and the backyard. Can you see this bee? Oh, I just love him. Oh, such a fuzzy little teddy bear with wings. Okay, so the tomatoes are doing great. I think this one is a cherry variety. And if you look in here, you can kind of see a little band of fruit coming. Oh, it looks like every single one of them is getting ready to produce too. Came out here and pruned quite a bit yesterday, trying to make sure that it has good airflow, and I had to cage the sage back, if you can see the cage here, because it is just so heavy it's falling over onto the tomato. So next year I'm going to make sure not to plant anything in this corner, because all of this is new spreads from this Russian sage too, so it will completely have this whole corner now. All of this is new baby growth too, so I will just clip it back and then let it have that whole corner. So next year the garden will start here. And so, all right, so this little pepper here, this is my orange bell pepper, and this one has some very good sized peppers on it already. Look at that little beastie there, filled with flowers. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 peppers on there. And so when that ripens, that one will be orange. This right here is a little eggplant. I still need to get into the ground. My mom started that one as a seed, and she ran out of room in hers, and so she gave it to me. So I just need to get her planted. This one's my beefsteak, I think is a beefsteak. Nope, I lied. This one's a lemon boy. This one still had the tag out. And so lemon boy. So I actually have yellow. Sweet. Lots of maters in there. And they're like chest high on me now. So they're getting so tall. All right, this little pepper down here, I think was my red. Yeah, this one's a red. And this one only has the one pepper on the back side here. But there's a bunch of flowers in there, so it's gonna get started. This one here is my green peppers. This one's really tall. I've never had my peppers get this tall before, so I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know if you guys can see it. The sunflowers are shading so much. Next year I'm definitely gonna kind of swap and put the sunflowers on the back side of this little fence that runs between the neighbor's yard and mine, have the tomatoes in the middle, and then do the peppers up front, just so that I can harvest a little bit easier, and the sunflowers aren't shading the plants so much. These leaves are they're humongous. I love it. I didn't actually plant these ones out here either. These ones came from when my kids were changing their hamster cages and dumping them out here. So, volunteers. I love volunteers. All right, so here's another gypsy, and there's 3 at the bottom of this one, and a bunch more flowers on the back side there. I definitely got to get out here and fertilize. I don't know if you can see those little tomatoes back there, but they're so stinking cute. And some more sage. And then this pepper, this was the Big Bertha bell pepper for this one here. I'm sure they're getting tall and leggy because they're not getting enough sun, but I have pulled so many leaves off of these sunflowers trying to get them to be able to get light. And it stinks because they've got flowers now. That helps a little. This little guy, he's almost ready to open. Sunflowers are my favorite flower. I love them. I love how they follow the sun. They're just happy. They make me smile. And then this last pepper down here is another red. That's the pineapple sage. I actually was out here fertilizing one night. I got a 3-gallon sprayer that I had the fertilizer in, and it rolled and snapped off a good portion on the back side of the sage here. So it was actually much bigger. It came to probably all the way up here. But unfortunately, it broke it off. Got this little tomato here who is struggling because he is in the shade of the lilac. And this one is finally catching up. I do have 2 small cucumbers down here. They're the lemon cucumbers that are coming up right where those sticks are at. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those guys yet because I cannot trellis them. I was going to trellis them on that little trellis that was there, but the Virginia creeper, which I don't even think is on my side, has taken it over, and I have to keep moving them off of the tomato cages back to the trellis. And so I may have to string the cucumbers out this way and kind of bring them out this way. Everybody definitely needs some vitamins, and I'm starting to get some yellow in some of these spots, so I'm going to stay on top of them. But, oh, this stalk. I love the size of this sunflower. It's just so thick. My mom was watching something somewhere, and they had said at the end of the season when they're done blooming not to throw them away, to let them dry out, and then next year we can actually use them as trellis poles for, you know, anything else that we're growing. So I was like, wow, that is a fantastic repurposing of something that, you know, you enjoyed the previous year. And so I am so excited about that. So there is the front side garden, and neighbor cat coming out and walking the yard with me. I should just call him my cat. He thinks he's mine. Huh, Stewie? And then the front all the way down, our trees, and the rhubarb back there. So that is the front tour. I will pause this one. Actually, I will stop this one, and then I will just make another video for the backyard in the hopes that I don't lose it like I did last night when we were trying to edit it. We are definitely still trying to learn and grow as we go. I'm trying to do videos, and I was going through my phone and pulling out all of the old videos I had on there because one of the other issues was space. And so I was trying to make space and get rid of my older videos by putting them on YouTube. And just my camera work, my holding it steady, it sucks. I don't know that it's going to get better. I'm trying to entice the child, the oldest, to come out and be my video person, but she's got her things that she's doing too. I naturally have a shake in my hand. I've had it my whole life. I've been teased about it forever. But I just say, you know what? My hands may shake, but I still get stuff done, so leave me alone. But anyway, so that's the front. Hopefully we will get some more of these gooseberries picked, and I can take you guys to the backyard and show you the back. So be looking for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you following our journey and being a part of our story here. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.